Let's talk about the match. September 10th, 1988, 6,532 fans there, including a very young Steve Carino and Stevie Richards in attendance. And I think all kids were only $1 for that show. It winds up being you and Tully's last match in the NWA. It was originally advertised as 2 out of 3 falls. The Midnights are coming in as the U.S. tag champs. You guys are the world champs. So they're the only team to hold both of those titles at the same point at that time. And this winds up being your last match with the company or the promotion until late 89, and Tully's last match until 94. Of course, the Alabama, the top rope leg drop is the finish here, the Alabama Jam from Bobby Eaton, and he gets the pin on you. And at the same time, Tully is giving Stan the slingshot suplex, but referee Tommy Young is going to say that the legal pin is the one Bobby made on you, and the crowd goes bananas. You can see this on YouTube. I don't think it's actually on the network because it wasn't televised, but somebody snuck a camera in. Some ingenious fan in 1988 managed to sneak a camcorder in and filmed it from the crowd. And man, the crowd just goes bananas when they hand the belts to the Midnights. Pretty good match. What'd you think of the match? Were you pleased with it? When the last hand comes down and you know it's over, are you happy, relieved? What's the emotion you feel after this incredible run you had with Jim Crockett and you know it's done?
I don't know. I don't remember any of it. I was so emotional because I knew what we had just done, and I knew, that whatever was ahead of us was, I don't even know how to put it. It was speculation. What have I got myself into? Did I make the right decision? Yeah, I made the right decision. Hell with them. So many things are going through my head. I don't remember the match. I do remember the reaction. And I knew, there was the question of who should be the good guys and who should be the bad guys. I think Philadelphia told you we made the right decision as far as that goes.
Yep.
And they will always tell you, that's the one thing I love about the audience. They will tell you when you suck, and boy, they'll tell you when you don't. And, just thinking back, had we not put our notice in that night and we would have had the double pin and you'd have brought another ref down and you'd have had more controversy, this thing could have went on 6 months. And I think it could have built with Jim Cornette and JJ doing a lot of the talking and us filling in the blanks and me leaning on Bobby and making Bobby a victim in all this. Thing could have went on 6 months and it would have been on fire. Obviously, we were just getting started. That's the one thing I do regret. God, what I wouldn't have done, I would have loved to have done that angle a year earlier and played it out through its entirety.
It would have been fascinating to see, where it would have wound up. We're in September here, so 2 months later, very easily could have been, one of the main events or co-main events or whatever you want to call it, for Starrcade. As it is, though, it's that Starrcade tag team title match is going to be the Road Warriors, taking on Sting and Dusty. So it would have looked quite a bit different. Instead, the Midnight Express were working with the original Midnight Express with Paulie Dangerously in their corner. And of course the originals were, Dennis Condrey and Randy Rose, but it was the second match on the card. You got to think, had Arn and Tully there, it's probably second from the top.
And as well, it should have been.
I'm curious, what your day looked like, as we sort of fill in the gaps. At this point, are you married to Erin or are y'all just still dating?
No, we're married.
So do you give her a heads up that, hey, I'm flying to New York to meet with Vince. I think I'm quitting. Is she nervous, anxious? This is going to be a life change for her too.
I'm sure she was anxious and nervous, but I think Erin has always, believed in me. I hope she has. More times out of not, I have made decisions as far as staying places and being abused and not properly used. I don't want to say abused, but not properly used. And stayed with companies maybe longer than I should when everybody around me was saying,
Go.
"You're Arn Anderson." Damn. Piss on these folks. Go company X, whatever that was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I would say, okay, especially when those 12 years that I was fortunate enough to work with WCW, no matter, and I really had some instances we'll get into later down the road where I did get abused and used and not used properly, but more so screwed on my money royally. And, but it was still guaranteed money. It was not nearly the schedule that I had with the WWF. And hell or high water, every 2 weeks that check came in. So if I had a 3-year contract at the time, I could plan our lives around that amount of money. And you knew you were going to get it 3 years from now, no matter what. And that offered a lot of sanity for me, a lot of stability, because in this business, when I came up, if you didn't work, if you got hurt and you didn't work, you didn't get paid. If you lost a job, you didn't get paid. If you were between territories and you had 2 weeks before you started, you didn't get paid. You got paid every 2 weeks with WCW. And a lot of times, even Aaron would say, you sure you don't want to make a move? And I go, no, honey, I want our stability of our family to be in check. And I want to know what we're going to be making a year from now or 2 years from now. And I want to know that we can balance our lives. And she's been nothing but supportive, and I hope I haven't been wrong yet. We'll see.